Welcome, Taurus, to your numerology reading for April. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. Best message. Best message. Looking for two cards coming out. Nope, there is one. Talking about that communication. And one more, please. I seen it trying to fly out. Oh, there it is. Effort through communication. So there is definitely some kind of effort that needs to be taken to have this communication. Either effort to speak your communication, to actually talk it to someone, or listen. Whether it might even be back and forth. Like, I have something I need to communicate, but you also need to be able to listen very closely as well of what is going on within the situation. So giving it all you've got for this communication is really going to spark some kind of change and something wonderful. It's going to bring in some kind of stability and definitely something that's going to make you very happy with the threes over here. But look at that. We got 3, 3, 3. Definitely a divine thing going on over here for sure. It usually always is with numerology anyways, but this is definitely the 33. The angels are saying that I need you to listen and to communicate your thoughts about love. Bringing the harmony with the 6 and change. There's that change of focus. So having the change of focus on how this is going to do things for the ultimate change. The change in how the love is going. Not allowing any kind of toxic or overwhelming situations to take place. So there's definitely something overwhelming that needs to be spoken. If someone is doing something that is really kind of maybe heartbreaking for some of you. Wow, I kind of feel like my heart is breaking. But there's definitely something that needs to change over here so that you can change the dynamics of this love. Seeking the truth within the matter and really stepping up and taking the lead over here. So it's definitely something you need to step up and really take the lead. So it's definitely now saying it is definitely something you need to communicate, something you need to seek the truth through. So you need to pull back the veil and ask the questions and say, what is this situation? Really getting down to the heart of the situation between you and this loved one. So there's definitely something here that needs to be seen and something that needs to be definitely spoken about. So whatever it is, you need to speak up. It feels like you are kind of hiding out over here with the master over here because you know that this situation is very, dominating towards the emotions, right? And maybe even your mind as well. But this is saying answering the call. Its time is now for you to actually open that door, make this conversation known so that you can bring back the peace and the delight within the relationship between you and this other person. And really believing that there is an understanding. Well, I got 2 cards here. I didn't see that. Really understanding that there is a divine passage for you and a divine plan between you and this person. The problem is that there's no going with the flow at this time. Everything seems really wishy-washy and nothing seems to be going the way it's supposed to be. It says everything is smooth sailing, but it's not. Now, is it? So it's saying it's not going the way it's supposed to go. It's almost like deep down inside you want this to go smooth sailing. You want everything to work out just perfectly. But there has to be more communication through this. Once this is, communicated, then it will actually be back into a new cycle, and it will definitely be more into the flow. Okay, so, alrighty. Definitely knowing that that's where the flow really is going to come from. Then it'll feel like, I keep feeling like there's this even ground. Now you're both on even ground. You both have a better understanding of what seems to be the major issue within this situation. Because seeking the truth means pulling back the veil to have a better understanding and better communication. As I see these two standing this way, it's like you're looking this way, they're looking this way, and there's no communication at all. And I'm not even listening to you, right? Not even listening, or they're not listening to you. So it's almost like we're not even speaking. For some of you, you're not, right? You've kind of given up on the situation because it just doesn't feel like you have any control in the situation. Now you need to play leader and really gather your strength to get in there and really fix this love, right? It's almost like, yeah, you kind of escaped. You didn't give it any more effort. Now it's time to put the effort back in to the situation and gain that control, of the situation. By taking the action and really finding the kind of superiority of confidence and, self-belief that I can make this doing this and make this happen, I'm going to change the focus on the way maybe we are communicating or not communicating and really dig deep to make the love work. Wow. So having the Lovers come out says that this will refreshen the relationship. This will bring you back together the way you need to be, because someone is just, and it's you, my friends, you are not opening up enough to get it actually done the right way. Like I said, it feels like maybe at one time you tried and they just weren't listening, but now you have to come and get creative with the way you're going to say something. So really thinking deep about how am I going to do this? And this is where the effort is really going to really have to, pick up the pace and really get in there, right? Because this is not where you want to be. It feels like this is your family. You don't want that. This is your family. You want the peace, the happiness, the blessings. You don't want that. It's just not successful in the way that everybody's communicating or the way that, it hurts. So you really need to pick up the pace. It's going to be up to you to communicate as the King of Swords. You could be dealing with some kind of Sagittarius or an Aquarius. So, but it's going to be up to you to bring the cup of offering, to make them have the better understanding. So it's going to be in your control. You're going to have to force the communication and force this to come to light. You're the one opening up the curtain. You're the one coming through, because you just can't stand by anymore. It hurts too much, right? This is going to bring you a reward. It's actually going to be very rewarding for you, and it really will open up the joy and the happiness of what you feel is lacking. So it almost feels like, really, you guys, that they're really waiting for you. They're really waiting for you to open up. Where they feel like they've dropped the ball or they don't want to do something, they're waiting for you. So Spirit says, okay, fine, then I'll give it to you, because you'll be able to take on that strength. It's going to be you that's going to be able to take on the strength. They're ready to listen, right? They're ready to listen. It's just now you communicating what you need to communicate. And I think that there could be this stubbornness too, where it was like, well, I'm ready to listen, but they're not saying anything. Well, someone has to take the action. And it's nice to know Spirit puts it on you, right? Why has it got to be me? Because you're the one with the firm foundation. You're the one in the relationship that has the strength to do so. That's just the way it is. So yeah, it's put on you. Because you're the leader. You're the one, right? They can do this. They can open up the doors. You're the one. And it's also crazy because you're the one that's actually intuitive enough and I don't know. There's something about the situation to where you're listening. You're paying attention in a different way than they are. I think that the thing is that spiritually you're awake. Not saying they're not. It's just that you, for some reason, are the one that can see what needs to go on. You're the one that can actually perceive the situation. That's why it's going to you. And you never know. It might be going to them too, right? But yeah, they're pretty much stopped in their tracks. So they're, I think they're just being stubborn. So yeah, they're stubborn. They're hiding out. They don't want to. Maybe they live in some kind of fantasy world with some kind of rose-colored glasses. So you have to come to the conclusion, I don't want to see rose-colored glasses. I don't want to see this kind of behavior. I just want to get down to how we're going to fix the situation. See, so therefore, there you go. That's what it is. you're ready to actually take some kind of action, and they're just kind of sitting around. That's why you have the calling, right? They're in some kind of mental or emotional distress anyways. Plus, they're wearing these like rose-colored glasses, and they're like miscalculating a situation. Yeah. Yeah. Meaning everything that they're talking about, this is not going to work. So, they're kind of down on themselves, and they're not seeing any way real out of it. You're not going to listen to me anyways. And you're over here going, that's not the way it is. I love you and I want to fix this. It doesn't mean that they don't love you. It's just that I don't see them having the real courage or the ability to actually need to fix this, or having the want to really know how to fix this. Something that has to do with courage, and something that also has to do with rose-colored glasses and misconceptions. So they have to know the truth. So you're going to come over here and seek the truth by speaking the truth. And then it's going to bring in the 10 of Pentacles. Wow. So, see, you already have everything that you really need in the situation, because it's almost like you know how to use the resources. You're firm and strong enough to do so. But right now, it's almost like you're just kind of escaping the situation, because it just felt like, well, I give up. But Spirit says, you're not going to give up. I need you to be more forceful. I need you to put more effort in, because this is salvageable. This isn't something that you just throw away, right? This is true love. This is your family. These are people you love. This is not a throwaway, we were dating for a week, right? I mean, it could be your kids. It could be your parents. It's somebody who actually means something to you, that you don't want this to happen. So that you're just going to have to step up to the plate. And it does feel like there was a time that where the effort isn't there. We do. When people act kind of, and not really listening, and kind of, push themselves this way, it's hard. What do I do now? So the best thing you can do is really change the focus. Try to see it their way. Really getting into your intuition and trying to really focus on the matter at hand. Maybe even kind of step back and look at it from a kind of shadow side, so that you can see, oh, okay, and now I know how to do this. Kind of look at it from their point of view about the situation. Doesn't mean they're right. Doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means this is how that they are that they are feeling, or the way that they're seeing the person. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely misconceptions for sure. And pre-calculating. It's almost like they're pre-calculating every little step that they can to push away, because they don't want to see the bigger picture. So now it's up to you to see it and bring it back to light. Right? And then having that better understanding. With the Knight of Cups, we see this forcing understanding, love, and apology. And it doesn't mean you have to come in to apologize. It's like, I didn't even do anything wrong, I'm not apologizing. No. That's not what it is. It's like a reconciliation of understanding. Right? Doesn't mean you have to come in and say, I'm sorry for something I didn't do wrong. Right? That doesn't even exist. No, what it is coming in saying, I'm sorry that I didn't see it the way you were trying to perceive something. You understand? Now you're using a lot of compassion, a lot of love. Bringing it back together. Right? Okay, so definitely seeing it that way. Let's grab a couple of little cards and see what's going on. And we do have some love over here. I'm going to grab a couple of lovers cards real quick, because I do see, that it's a love that, maybe it's a roller coaster. Maybe it's that roller coaster, like, oh gosh, here we go. The love roller coaster. Yeah, and it's just, everything seems clouded, and the love seems clouded, and it feels like they're just kind of backing away. It feels like you might have had a kind of a tower moment, and they're just not allowing to fix it. They're just kind of just standing back, allowing it to crumble. I think and then you not knowing exactly, how to fix this, but it feels like, yep, there it is too. Another reason why is because you have the faith that the commitment can be fixed, that there was just something a little manipulative, or that they're making a bigger issue out of something that's not so big. But you do see a future and hope with this person, and something deep within inside of you says that we can fix this, where they're feeling maybe like it's all lost. It's all, I just feel like they're hopeless. They're in like that hopeless mode. That's why we have the devil over here. overwhelming the situation and taking it way beyond board. Absolutely. And then having the Seven of Cups again, because then it's saying you can make the right decisions, and the right decisions are coming. You will make the right judgment call. And the right judgment call will be exactly what you need to do to bring back the peace and the inner peace, not only to yourself, but into the whole relationship. Through this communication, will bring back the commitment and the inner peace to the relationship. It's just all about having the great judgment call. But you really have to travel towards them in a certain way of peace and harmony and love to make them understand that it's not all gone. Come on, we had a little fight. It's not all gone. Come on, right? It's like they're taking it, they're just taking it way overboard. That you see that you want to fix this and renew the love and put the, the love back into the cup. Right? And it will. It'll make them start moving towards you little by little once they start perceiving what you're saying. Once they see what you're saying as you're cutting through all the crap and saying, stop making it worse than it is. It's not dead. God, you act like this is dead. It was a fight. People fight. It happens. We have arguments, right? If you truly love someone, you will support them, and they will come back and support you, right? And this is it, right? True love always supports itself. It always makes a path. It always makes a path no matter how rough things get. Relationships always have, ups and downs, but we have to show the love and the generosity. And, this person just really wants the love and the generosity, but they don't know what they're doing. They're allowing to wear their heart on their sleeve. They're allowing it to take a turn and a twist that's beyond what reality is. And I'm sorry, they are. Absolutely. Right here. Beyond reality. Making this fabricated into something worse than it is. So this is why you have to perceive. You have to fix it. Maybe they're just too emotionally immature to know how to come back and have a successful relationship, but you have to show them back to the way by opening up your heart chakra and showing them the love that, that you actually have. Maybe even bringing up past things. Hey, look, this isn't the first fight we've had. If we could have survived this, we can definitely survive that. And just think once we survive this, we'll be able to survive anything. A lot of you were married. Okay? You just don't want to give up the ghost that hard because you have so much. The only reason this is coming up is because this is something that is true love. This is something that is connectable. Even if you're best friends in the whole world, it's connectable. It's good. 2 peas in a pod. Right? True love. True connections. True unity. But they just have to actually understand, what fights really mean. Maybe they just don't know how, right? They don't have the strength. And I really don't see any strength within them, guys, to get through something like that. But once you do all that, then they will see your passion. Once they start really seeing your effort, your communication, and the passion within the communication, this is what's going to make them want to ride this horse. And they're going to say, oh, you do love me. You do care about me. You do, because you're putting on all this extra effort, this extra type of speaking. And it's not a speaking, that's a put down. It's not you get up off your, get off your high horse or stop crying, No, you're actually bringing that loving care into something, saying, I want to know what's worrying you. Why are you so upset about this? I need you to communicate back to me. And remember, it's going to take 2 to tango, because once you start the communication, they're going to start communicating. Right? But we have to make that leap and that risk first so that we can get back to the harmony and get back to the communication that's needed. But it's going to have to, and like I said, I'm sorry, they're a little weak right now, and they're definitely weak. Okay? Too weak to do what they need to do, because they just really do feel like ever since everybody shut down, they feel neglected. You can say that they're playing victim. Well, if they're too weak within their own securities, it is kind of a victimization. Whether it's playing it to someone else or just 100 to themselves, right? Because they're neglecting the situation to where they feel like, I really just believe that they feel like they don't know what to do. They feel, just, there's a lot of depression in this card. Wow. So there definitely is a lot of true love. I have all these heart chakras coming out. All the green is just showing me all the heart chakras, all the compassion. So deep within and under all of that is literally this passion that's going to just spark right back out. It just needs to be communicated the right way. It needs to be focused on in a different, you have to perceive it a little bit differently to make that all shine. Okay? Beautiful reading, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.